Greetings, everyone. I am late. I was doing an intuitive message on my page and I ran over. Oh, it was great. Oh, God. I didn't even get to save it. What time is it? Oh, it's 2 o'clock. I was supposed to be on at 12, so I'm just going to do a little bit of poetry today. It's journaling with Kem Arts. Thank you for coming back. Thank you for watching. Thank you for tuning in. I am late. So I'm going to do a little bit, probably 30 minutes today, just to have something recorded and have go over a couple of poetry writings from my journals back in 2001 and 2004, where we left off yesterday with poetry talk. So this is the episode 17 poetry talk, right to heal with Kem Arts. So whenever y'all get it is whenever y'all get it. Even if y'all don't tune in, I'm just gonna go ahead and record it. So so I can stay on point, okay? Cause I be doing some of everything, okay? So we left off. I left my markers in here, my clip where I can leave off at and read y'all a couple of poetry if y'all like to write poetry or share your own poetry. It's soothing. It, like I said before, it helps you to know the self, to get reacquainted with the self, to know what's deep inside the self, so that you can address the self, right? We always want to point to external factors when it comes down to things not working right with us or things not going right with us, but we never want to look at ourselves as the problem. We rather point to external factors, but they actually begin internally. They actually start internal, okay? Because it's all how you conceiving things, perceiving things. It's self-talk. It's how you think and not wanting to change, your thinking or how you think. You're not wanting to rewire your thinking or reprogram your thinking, as we like to say, reprogram the subconscious mind. And my intuitive message was a little bit about the subconscious mind toward the end of it. I spoke a little bit about the unconscious mind. So poetry just really, you can put yourself in other people's shoes. It don't necessarily have to be your own personal experience. Don't ever think that it has to be. It don't have to rhyme every line all the time. None of that. It doesn't have to do all of that. Poetry is what you are. You are walking poetry. You are a movement by yourself. You are poetry. So it's you, how you perceive the world around you or your experiences. And it is like divination in a way. It's how you relate to different things that happen around you. What moves you, what don't. Hey, sis! How you doing, Miss? How you doing, sister? So yeah, I'm a little late today, y'all. I'm late. Let me see if I can pull myself up over here now, so I can see. There I am. Okay, I almost forgot to pull myself up. Let me turn the volume down in case I miss y'all comments. I can get your comments. All right. But yes, it's how you relate to your world. So I'm going to share a little bit of poems. I'll try not to keep y'all today unless the spirit hit me. No, I'm just unless the spirit hit me. And I just be like all in it like went over yesterday because I was just all in it. Okay. So I think I read I'm Not Gonna Cry anymore. Do I have read this? I'm Not Gonna Cry anymore. Okay, I'll read this one. I'll read this one. Is I'm not going to cry anymore. And again, this whole selection here was from 2001, 2004. In between those years there. I lost my father in 2004. So it was a lot. It was like a whole emotional roller coaster back then. Okay, and here it is, 2020. So, I was on my spiritual journey, heading into my spiritual journey back then, probably like around 15, 14 years now. So it was like, whew, you know, that waking up process is something else. Like you still be waking up. Like even when you start on the awakening journey, y'all, you still be waking up. Okay, don't ever think it's gonna ever stop, because it ain't gonna ever stop. Okay, once you start that roller coaster ride, hey, you own it, baby. It don't ever stop. It ain't like the amusement park where you can park that booger and get off when you want to. No, you own it. Once you start it, you're on the ride. Okay, you're on the ride. You own the infinity ride. Okay, so don't ever think because you come into it, boom, you snapped into it, you tapped in the crystals, you're a Reiki master like me, or you a yogi, you know, like me, and all this stuff, and you meditate, and you got all these spiritual gadgets and crystals and copper and all this, you know, ruckus and spiritual tools, and you think that stop? It ain't stopping, honey. You gonna be constantly on that ride, okay? You're just beginning it. Yeah, you're just coming back into yourself and the awareness of it, but the ride gonna continue, baby. It's gonna continue. So I was on that roller coaster, I guess, back then. It was obvious. It never ends. That's right, Miss Benny. It never ends. So I don't know what people think. They come wake up and they go, oh, I'm woke, and they think that's it, and they start working on themselves. You ain't woke then, because when you aware and you woke, like you say, you're constantly working on yourself. You're constantly elevating yourself. You're constantly bettering yourself. You don't say, oh, I'm just gonna get off right here and I'm gonna stop right here and I'm gonna live a little bit. I'm gonna close my eye to the rest and I'm gonna pretend, and I'm just gonna you know, I'm gonna be right here. I'm comfortable right here. Okay, well, go ahead if that's what you want, but that ain't how it go. Because I'm telling you, when something hits you, you're going to jump right back into that spiritual journey and be like, okay, where was I? What do I need to do next? Okay, shoot, I should have never quit. Yeah, those people. Keep playing. I keep telling y'all, keep playing with the spiritual journey. You're going to find something out, all right? You're going to find something out about it. And you're going to, all right, keep playing. I'm not going to cry anymore. I'm not going to go on my little rants. Is that one open there? Is that one open? Pour me some water in here. Oh. I want some. Not that. I want my hot water.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah. That's all right. I gotta get my tea. I got tea today. Oh, thank you. I got my tea. I done already had my coffee. I got to get my tea on that intuitive. I did this morning, y'all. I had to pour some apple cider vinegar in my tea because I said I better neutralize this, girl. You on a high voltage. You might electrocute somebody. I said I got to neutralize this energy right here. So I had got me some ginger tea, and I poured a teaspoon of Bragg's apple cider vinegar in it to neutralize this him. So I had to do some neutralizing, because I knew that when I woke up with that intuitive message this morning, I said, oh my God, girl, you better ground this energy some type of way. So I went and had to ground myself by putting some apple cider vinegar. At least that's what I think I did, right? Because I'm telling you, I was about to I was like, oh Lord, don't lose them today. I'll share the link because I didn't get to save it. So I'll share the link on my community if y'all want to go back and look at it or listen to it. It was an intuitive message to the black woman, to the melanin mothers, the women. It was the intuitive message to the melanin woman. I'll post my, I'll put my link in the community because I didn't get to save it to turn it into a YouTube video. It was too long, I think. I didn't have enough memory probably on the phone. But I'll post the link up there for y'all if y'all want to go back and listen to it. It was very intuitive. I needed to neutralize myself for that one. I might have would have lost some people if I didn't. But anyway, I'm not going to cry anymore. I can't complain. I don't understand why it has to be this way. My tears are frozen like a block of ice. The emotions I once knew felt as solid as the Everglades. My heart is cold and dark. It can't feel what's not there or what it doesn't know. So I'm not going to cry anymore. No, I don't think so. Okay. I don't know what that was about. It was about not crying, I guess. It was about feeling numb. It was about, okay, you can't cry. It's the dark night of the soul, because you hear me talking about cold and dark. So it's going through the dark night of the soul. It's going through this transformation within the self, and you're just expressing why, you know, what you don't understand about it, and why are your tears frozen like a block of ice. The emotions I once knew felt as solid as the Everglades. So again, as you see, I don't worry about the rhyme. It's not, the rhyming is not poetry to me, because I can do a nursery rhyme easy. Roses are red, violets are blue. Hey you, I love you, you love me too. I mean, it's elementary, right? But challenge yourself to not rhyme. Challenge yourself to feel your own vibration inside you, to master your own sound, master your own energetic stamp, signature of who you are. Tap into that innate of who you are, and that's where your signature is going to be at. That's where everything about you, the blueprint is down innate inside of you. This one is hiding tears, and this is a little bitty one. Like I said, sometimes they're long and sometimes they're one-liners. You can flip it any way you like. That's right. Exactly, right, sis? Exactly. And this one's called hiding tears. I laugh endlessly, not to forget, but to keep from crying. Somehow my tears find their way back into my eyes. So you can laugh and you can play, you can do whatever you want, or you can suppress your memory, or you can try to suppress or ignore what you're feeling, but you're gonna eventually find that those tears is gonna find their way back into your eyes. That meaning that deep-rooted trauma that we all run from when we're trying not to face something. And it doesn't mean laughing. It doesn't mean comedy. It doesn't mean because you joke a lot. You don't even realize you staying busy is a means of you not dealing with yourself. People that stay busy all the time, don't have time to do nothing, always gotta run here, gotta run there, they're running from their self too. It doesn't have to be with people that just laugh and smile all the time. It's with anything that you find yourself distracting yourself from doing, so you don't have to face yourself. Then all of a sudden it go pop, you run into the train. You run into the train and you're like, what just hit me? Why do I feel emotional? Because you've been running. You've been running from dealing with something, and you've been keeping yourself distracted so you don't have to deal with it. So this here is about hiding tears from way back when, right? I laugh endlessly, not to forget, but to keep from crying. Somehow my tears find their way back into my eyes. So it don't matter what y'all want to place or try to describe somebody else as, the tears are going to always find their way back into your eyes, as the truth of the matter is going to come up, is what that's saying. Whatever you're running from, or whatever you're hiding from, whatever you're keeping yourself distracted from feeling, is going to surface, is what this is saying. In a sense, you can run all you want to, but you can't hide. Or you can run as long as you want until you tire yourself out. And then you have to what? You have to deal with those tears. Because those tears is what you were suppressing by keeping busy, by going here, by going to work, by tiring yourself out from working 12-hour days where you only got a little time of sleep and you ain't got to have time to do nothing. You get back up and you go back to work and you do it all again until you what? You're in this cycle of doing this, and you don't even realize that you're not even giving yourself rest time, break time, downtime, me time, or anybody kind of time, right? You just running. You running and you don't realize why you're running, okay? Until them tears well up in you and you like, what? Why do I feel so emotional today? I don't understand why I'm a nervous wreck. because you've been running from yourself. And those tears are bringing you back to your center, to what you're really feeling in your heart, because as you've ran, you've numbed yourself. You numb yourself from feeling anything. You're out of touch with feeling. Because you play busy, just because you laugh and crack jokes or you smile everywhere you go, it doesn't mean that that's a healed person. It doesn't even mean that that person is hurt even. It just means that could be the reason why they're smiling, because they've healed themselves. Or it can mean that in reverse, that they're covering up something that they're hiding in their heart. So anybody, let me tell you, anybody that play nice can be hiding something. So don't get that shit twisted. That because somebody is nice every time they come on this live, or every time they come on a camera in general, or every time you see them at the store, it does not mean that they don't have something they need to heal from. And it does not mean that that person got it all together. That because they smiling every time you see them. That's not what that is. That's not that. So it doesn't matter how genuine, how polite, it doesn't matter how soft you speak. That's no indication. That person know though. You may not know, but that person know. And when that person get alone, them tears is gonna come. Because then they're gonna be faced with the real heart of the matter, like we say in the tarot deck. At the heart of the matter is the center, right? Those are traumas that they're trying to suppress, or that's trying to come out, and is coming out in the form of those tears, because tears represents cleansing. They represent purification, right? It's a releasing, right, of whatever is disturbing you. So it doesn't even mean, you cannot judge another person because they laugh, or because they smile a lot, or because they're even nice to you. That they can be nice to you and be evil. That doesn't mean anything because you smiling at me. Right? So you can't even judge the cover by the book. You got to get to know what's in the book to understand the cover, to why the cover is like that, right? To why the cover. Hey, I was like, who is that? I was like, wait a minute, let me check. Let me look again, take my glasses off.
Yeah.
How you been doing? I didn't even know that was you that came.
I got some songs for I want you to listen to.
Okay.
I think you might like
Okay, I hear y'all in there recording. That's all right. I'll listen to them. All right. Yeah, everybody likes they like my input on music. No. What? Oh, I'm gonna say, what you doing? But yeah, that is, what was I saying? That because somebody's like that, it doesn't mean nothing. So this one's called, let me see, I ain't gonna read that one. That was the one for, do I want to read this one? That's a churchy one. This is a churchy one. It's called God Forgotten. Okay, we can call it churchy back then because it was churchy back then. But if I look at it on a spiritual plane, why I can look at it on a spiritual plane now, because I've evolved. So we're going to say God because that's what we relate to our creator and supreme being as, but this was back in religion, back in my religion days. So God Forgotten. They say you are God, and God you are alone. But they worship many idols other than your will's own. Why must they forget that you are He that controls the very life in all of us, you see? While in their life there's so much fun, but through ignorance forget you are the only one. So that's a little religious one right there. Okay, I guess I could read this one. This is a little churchy, little bit old, little churchy something, right? And it was for my only. It was the greatest. This one and this one kind of go together, and they're little. They're just some little quotes, some little thoughts, both of them, but they kind of go together. So this one says the greatest appreciation, and this one says the greatest regret. But the dedication of it is for my only God, right? Or your only creator, or your only source. So the greatest appreciation says, thank you, dear Lord, for the gift of words. Through it, I touch many lives. That's the greatest appreciation. Now, the greatest regret for my only God, your only creator, your most high, whoever you pray to, whatever source, right? Energy, spirit. The greatest regret is I should have known you earlier, but the truth was hid from me. I became blinded by the lies they told. So that's the greatest. So those two kind of go together. This one is forgiving self. What time is it? 2:14. This is forgiving self. Before I can forgive someone else, inside myself I must look. To remove all the guilt and doubt my emotions now overtook. I sway from side to side between being happy and sometimes being sad. Realizing this isn't the chosen destined path, I search for peace of mind. Between the clouded skies, I bow my head in my chest as my eyes begin to cry. Help me, if you can, to find the forgiveness I need, as this soul is dying and longing to be set free. Before I can move ahead, it is only me, myself, that I must forgive instead. I love that one because you can't move into higher planes and higher dimensions. Thank you, sis. You can't move into higher planes and higher dimensions unless you find that forgiveness in yourself. And I have told in many, I think my tarot readings or my intuitive messages, it's not you forgiving the person or the karmic relationship, the experience. It's you forgiving yourself first so you can get past that experience and graduate and move to the next experience or lesson that you are to learn, because you got to learn the lesson before you can graduate and move to the other lesson or the next lesson in line that you got to learn to elevate yourself, right? To raise yourself up. And it all of it is going to start with you forgiving yourself. I don't care if the person done you wrong. It's not the person you're forgiving, it's you're forgiving through that person, because you don't know in your past life what you've done to that person. So you could be coming back through a karmic cycle because you have to amend something you did to that person in a past lifetime, and now y'all carried it over into this lifetime to resolve it. Either you're going to resolve it or you're not going to resolve it, right? Either you're going to end it peacefully or you're not going to end it peacefully. But it starts in forgiveness. So you should end, and I've said it before in my readings a while back, you should end every relationship peacefully because of that. Because you want the next lifetime to be peaceful with that person. You want the next lifetime to be peaceful, a peaceful experience with that person. You want to release any guilt, trauma, anger, bitterness, hateful, whatever the heck you feel about something that ain't went right or something that somebody might have done you wrong. You want to release it and forgive yourself and them so you can move on. Now, if you don't have the opportunity to talk to this person again, or you don't see this person, or this person lives clear across the globe somewhere, or you don't have the number no more, you don't have the address, or you don't even want to talk to them no more, but you still can write what? A letter. You still can write it out. You can write out what you want to say. You can write out, this is why, or I forgive you for this. I forgive you for not doing this. I forgive myself for doing this. in the relationship, blah, blah, blah. And you can burn that with supervision of an adult. That's my disclaimer. You can burn that letter, release that in that letter, release it out of your heart, writing it down, and burn it, and then go outside, take them ashes, and go put them in the dirt, and then wiggle your feet around in the dirt and bury those ashes. And let Mother Nature do what she will with that negative energy, with those negative emotions that you just released. The main thing is you want it out of your heart. You want it off of your chest, we say, or off of your heart. You may not ever want to see that ex again, right? But this person hurt you terribly, and it was a bad ending, or some kind of bad breakup, that y'all had bad words exchanged. That's how you release it and get it off. Because I read the word poem yesterday, and with the other ones, that you can't easily erase what's said and done, right? So even though you might have this numbness and this bravery about yourself that it didn't hurt you or it don't affect you, it does affect you, because it's going to play into your next relationship if you don't release it. If you're with a person that called you all outside your name, belittled you, tried to make you feel less than who you are, tried to, had a big ego and was dominating or dictating or controlling or abusive or any of that, and they didn't make you feel important or significant, but they manipulated you, played mind games, abused you, played, hold around or whatever, and all that is kept up in here, you finna find the same person again, because you ain't dealt with those feelings and those emotions that you're tucked up in here that you're trying to stay numb to. So you need to get those out and release those and let that go, getting that closure, so that when you go, and you need to heal from that too. So as you working on yourself, healing from it, you're not picking a partner from the pain of the last partner. You're picking the next partner from a place of healing, right? So that's why healing is so important to us, that we heal from these negative experiences or relationships with people, period. It doesn't even matter if it's a boyfriend or girlfriend thing. It's whatever type of employment relationship, associate relationship, because you know how some of y'all cannot get along and you work together on the same job, and you got them people there you can't stand, or you got neighbors you can't stand, like this woman up here making all this noise. I had to take one of my crystals and go clook. Like, I was like, dang, and you can still hear her. She been doing it all day. Like, I'm not even down here. But, it's aggravating. People don't have no consideration or for anybody else but themselves. Like, I don't know if people know, or people just don't want to know, or they just that ignorant. I don't know, but I'm just saying. So this one's brain dead. The next one is brain dead. Of course, it's another little short one. Yes, it's facts. Facts, Miss Bennett, facts. So this one's brain dead. They fed me lies, kept the truth from me, taught me to hate my people. But I realized we are the chosen, and I no more look to the other side, for I belong among my own. You belong among your own self. You can believe, well, you can't believe everything you taught, because everything we were taught was a lie. That's fact. We already know that. It was watered down and washed down. We already got that part, most of us. We already know that. But you belong among your own. People that accept you for who you are, people that see you for who you are, people that appreciate for who you are, people that are your vibe, your tribe, your family, your spiritual family, your earthly family. The thing with the spirituality part versus the earthly part is you're going to have two families. When you wake up, you're going to have two families. When you sleep, you got one family. You got one family that you know of when you sleep. That's your earth family. You got your cousins, your mom, your brother, your siblings, your sisters, your grannies, and the pawpaws, and them your earth family. But the minute you awaken to your higher self, you have a spiritual family. You have people that are awakened too, and you normally gravitate to some type of spiritual family, right? And them people help you also on the journey. You still have your earthly family, but a lot of times your earthly family will throw you to the wolves because you have waken up. And a lot of times you become the black sheep because you have waken up with the earthly family because they're not ready to wake up. And so you're seen to them as somebody that's crazy, or you seen to them as somebody that lost their damn mind, or you seen to them as they don't want nothing to do with you no more a lot of times, because a lot of them can't take it. Even your friends can't take it. So you seen as the black sheep, the black wolf, or whoever, the black crow, whoever, right? Because you're the outsider now, because they can't adjust to what just happened to you. They can't understand what happened to you, so you now on your own as compared to the earth family. So you go and gravitate, and the universe sends you a spiritual family so you can continue to learn and grow. That's why you get a new family, which is a spiritual family. That's ascension, people. That's ascension. When you lose that earthly family, you gain a spiritual family to help you grow and evolve along your path. Because the universe knows they ain't woke yet. The universe knows they gonna oust you. They gonna kick you to the curb. They ain't gonna want nothing to do with you. You know. That's right, sis. It is true. It's amazingly true. And so you end up with two families. You end up with your earthly family. Now you can get along with them usually. You ain't the one trying to start the ruckus. Usually it's them trying to start the ruckus with you for being the black sheep now. For you being the awakened one. Not knowing that they're gonna need you. Right? They're gonna need you sooner than later. But they don't know that yet. So you go on and you got your spiritual family. You're not really bothered by it. But you know they'll be coming around, you know, when they wake up. Because you're the one that was chosen to wake up in the family. You were the one that was put in that place in the family, right? As the chosen one, the awakened one. For those around you and for those in your family to keep their health good, to keep them aligned, to teach them slowly but surely, right? Or to do whatever it is you do if you can stand to be around them, right? But you're that one that is chosen. So it's nothing, it can discourage y'all sometimes if you don't know what to expect. But if you know what to expect, it won't so much bother you. Okay, you'll still go on and do your spiritual things that you need to do, because it's not just about your earth family. You got a whole world. You got a whole world now. All you knew was your earth family. You got a whole world out there now. So they almost become irrelevant, but not irrelevant. Because now it's like, this is greater than them. This is greater than you. This is the whole world you're talking about. You got a whole lot of people that need you versus those 5 or those 10 or those 15 that you associate with as an earth family, right? You got a whole world out there that needs the knowledge and that information, that holistic information that you got hold to. So now you see the difference. So don't let that discourage y'all from not going along y'all spiritual journey, is what I'm trying to say. Don't let that discourage you, because you will gain you a spiritual family. You will connect with spiritual, what I mean by that is you will connect with other spiritual brothers and sisters on that vibration, because it's a vibrational thing. You got an earthly vibrational family and you got a spiritual vibrational family. So it's where you want to be, okay? Be where you want to be. I'm just saying. Between seasons. Oh, I like this. This is the one I was looking for yesterday when I talked about the leaves finally falling and turning orange, and that red and that autumn color I love to see when we change season. And I was getting worried because I was like, why the trees are so green? Why they ain't turned yet? What's wrong? And then I noticed the trees started, and I got happy. I got happy because that's autumn, baby. We in the season now. You know, we in the season now. You know, they played with the time, so our time is a little off, right? So, you know, and the calendar and all that stuff. So when it was autumn, it wasn't actually feeling autumn, right? When autumn came in, because we was like, wait a minute, autumn is the leaves fall, right? We got to move away from what? The old us. We got to move away from the old habits and the old things we want to release, because fall represents what? A falling away. A falling away what no longer serves you. You're going down into the planting stage, right? The harvest, the planting, because you're getting ready for what? Spring and summer. So I'm like excited that it's this season, right? Because I'm like, where the leaves at? This is the fun time. You get the orange and you get the reds and you get the browns, and it be looking so pretty when you riding down the street and you see all the leaves and stuff, and I just light up because it's my season. Right? That's my season. I can relate to that because I get happy with it. I get happy with all of them, but because I understand the significance of those seasons, right? And a lot of times you got to be spiritual a lot of times to even be aware of what time it is, right? What's your seasonal time inside of you? So this one is between seasons, because I was thinking about the seasons when I wrote this back when, that why people don't pay attention to the seasons changing. So that's what this is called, between seasons. I wonder if people ever notice when seasons change. Do they notice the leaves when they fall, or the colors change at all, or as the colors change at all? Like the Bradford pear tree, can they see? The leaves turn reddish orange. When driving down the road, do they see spring when it arrives or when it goes? Do they see the flowers blossom all the while? Can they smell the lavenders and lilies underneath their nose? How many people driving noticing the things I do? How many ever wonder or have a clue when we're between seasons too? See, and then people don't even realize when we're between the season, not even being in the actual season, they don't even realize when we're between the seasons. What we just experienced until I saw those leaves turning brown and that reddish and that yellowish color out there on them trees, what we were was between the seasons. The season hadn't actually come in yet. Now I can say that it's coming, it's here, because I'm seeing a lot of brown. I'm seeing a lot of reddish orange and yellowish colors out there. And then plus what? The leaves are falling now off the trees. So that means you should be falling away. That means things that didn't work for you, things or habits or places or people or groups or whatever, it should be falling away. You should be releasing some stuff. You should be getting rid of some stuff, because it's time to what? Fall away. Because it has to prepare for what? The next thing to grow. The next planting, seed planting, which is winter. We got to prepare for, you can't, listen here, you can't hold on to them brown leaves and then expect a green leaf to grow on the same branch with the brown leaf that should have fell off, right? You got to let the fall off. So when it come time for the green to grow, the green can grow in that place. But in the meantime, you sow, you plant, you intention, right? You put your intention in the winter so that you can see it bud in the spring and it blossoms and flowers in the summer. So you see the work of what? Either your hands and your mind and your feet in the spring. You all that hard work that you dedicate to whatever it is you dedicate to, and whatever else we're working on, whether it's books, whether it's songs, whether it's creating, whether it's perfecting our business or perfecting our craft, and all the studying that we do and the knowledge that we take in, that's what you're doing. You're working your own vineyard. You're working your own gold mine. You're working your own assembly line. So we gonna go, y'all know I'm gonna go spiritual on this stuff because I gotta get y'all to open up the mind. So I'm gonna talk I'm gonna talk earthly, but I'm gonna talk spiritual too at the same time. A lot of times I'll do both. You know, a lot of times I might do one and then come back and explain the spiritual part of it so you can grasp the connection that's there. And you can make the connection that's there. So you're your own assembly line. So what you do with your hands, your feet, and your mind is going to come into play in the seasons. And if you did no work, you get no harvest. Not none, nada, zilch, zip, but a dead tree. Like with no leaves, right? What'd you say? Wanted to tell you my peeps are Choctaw, Alabama. I saw your post. I think we had I have Chickasaw, I think Chickasaw and Blackfoot. I got Chickasaw and Blackfoot because I'm from Mississippi. You from Alabama? You got Choctaw? You got Choctaw. I just thought my grandmama was Choctaw because she wasn't them chocolate Indians. Them chocolate women, baby. She had that smooth chocolate skin. I mean, she was chocolate. Okay? So I used to think she was Choctaw. Your grandmother? Oh, awesome. Awesome. That is so awesome. Yeah, we rich down up in there toward, I think all up in that cradle with them 6, 7 states is, you got Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, Florida, Georgia, North, South Carolina. Those were, boy, that's where they came in at. That little hook right there. That's where they came and dropped the masses off from Africa and stuff, and where they sailed in and they settled at, you know, and Blackfoot is up in, I think, Montana. A lot of the Blackfoot tribe is up that way in Montana, and I think they came down. They must have came down too. Maybe the area was different then, or the weather. I don't know what it was. But when I researched the Blackfoot, it was up in the Montana part. But like I said, my cousin, my father's cousin told me from, I think she was saying from Africa, they came in, one of the great grandparents came in from, she wanted to say Sierra Leone, but then she said West, so she kind of threw me off because she was saying West, but West is like Nigeria. Sierra Leone is like a little bit different from where that was. And so it kind of threw me off for a minute, and I had to look at the map, and I was thinking, this don't even making no sense. But she texted me something from Sierra Leone. But she said something about West Africa. So now I'm like, okay, I'm confused now, right? Because she's older, 70 plus. So I don't know if it's a memory thing with her or not. But then she said they came in through that north. One of the spouses was from the North Carolina. Came in from there to the North Carolina part. And I said, that's how we got down there. I said, that makes sense. That makes sense. We settled right up in that hook. Those states right there were like our states. Those were our, everywhere was, but I'm saying we were in that hook between Louisiana and North, South Carolina, and then Florida in that hook, right up in that hook of the North America. So I can see that. I can see that. The traits are strong down up in there. The genes are strong down up in there. And we had those grannies that look like, we the real Indians, right? We the real indigenous Aboriginal Indians. which is different from the Native and American Indians. They look more palish. They look more, more mulatto-ish, white lookish, right? But our skin, we had that red. My granny had that red tint, baby. She, matter of fact, her nickname was Red. They called her Red because she had that indigenous and Aboriginal Indian look, and it's a different color. It's a different kind of red tone. It's, you gonna know a native. You gonna know not the native. You gonna know an indigenous and a Aborigine from an American and a Native American Indian. Those are different. Those are different. But most of our people don't know that. That's research you got to do because they're not going to teach you that in school. Okay? But you had them grannies that were them Indians, and they had that long black silky hair, and it was down their back. And my hair even, as a matter of fact, as I gotten older, back here is that silky hair. It's that silky water wave slick hair. Put water to it and it wave up. It lay down and it waves up. But if yours curls up too, but if you let it be dry, it'll be the fro. But soon I put that water to it, boy, you gonna be like, is that your hair? It do something different. I don't know what it be doing. But it's silky back here. It don't even like to stay in twist back here because it's so fine and silky back across my back. So I might let it grow out and see what it do. Maybe. We'll see. Now this is believing in us. Do you believe in us? Is the world invincible only through the slightest touch? Can you leap over the moon? Will you die if you don't see me soon? Wait a minute. Will you die if you don't see me soon? If I call for you, how fast will you run? Can you make it second to none? All the things you do for me, you better believe I do for you. So I don't know what that was. Believing in us. I guess that was a couple. That was a couple poem, I guess. What your spouse or your person do for what you do for your spouse or your person or your spouse should be willing to do for you, should be willing to reciprocate that for you. If you pouring your love and your heart out and giving and nurturing to your spouse or to your person or significant other, they should be doing the same to you. They should not be withholding that from you. That's what that poem is. Believing in us is about. Whatever, if do you believe in us is a question. Do you believe in us? Right? Is the world invincible? That's a question. Only through the slightest touch. Can you leap over the moon? Will you die if you don't see me soon? If I call for you, how fast will you come? Can you make it second to none? All the things you do for me, you better believe I do for you. So if you ain't got a person, a significant other or a spouse that you would bend over backwards for and do all this for, but then they not do it for you, we got the wrong person. Because and if you call them, boom, they should be there. Because you know what? When you call them, boom, they want you there. If y'all mean something to each other, if y'all believe in each other and believe what you have, right? What you're creating or what you're building, and y'all standing beside each other, side by side walking, then y'all shouldn't be playing games with each other. Hey, who that be? Hey, B. Hey. I saw somebody new pop in. Thank you for popping in. I'm a little late today. that was long. Forgot what time it was. Now, this is back to me. So this is for the selfish. This is for the selfish. Not the selfish, but this is like for you that take care of yourself, that know you need that me time, that know you need to get back to you, right? Because you've done so much for everybody else. You've given everybody else so much that now you're selfish. Not stingy, not greedy, but you're selfish. You're into self now. You're into what? Learning you, exploring you, feeling you, being you, giving yourself that same love that you gave out. So this is back to me. What I know is it's all about me. Only I can say the reason I give, to always have my way. If I'm spoiled indeed, it's that I should care. Not that you need to concern yourself or try to conceive. The way I am is the way I'll always be. I won't dare change the way I am because it's all about me. Okay? See, you're doing everything for you anyway, but you do everything for you through people. Right? So all of that now that I've given to people over the years, given to people first, really I was giving to myself. So that what? When I wanted to sit back and relax, I get back the energy that I put into other people. That's the laws of karma. That's the law of reciprocity right there. That you gave so much that now you can sit back and just receive your energy back. What? Who does that? Who know about that kind of selfishness? How selfish is that? That you would pour everything into everybody else just so you can sit back and receive your own energy back. Boy, that's some deep stuff. I told you hang on, you're going to elevate with me. Because that's all I know how to do is elevate. I don't know how to de-elevate nobody. But I know how to elevate you. That's for one thing. I can raise your mind about a few notches. I can raise your mind up, okay? I don't know how to not elevate you. Oh, Lord, I got to plug this thing up again. Let me prop up, y'all. Hold on a second. My battery flashing at me. Y'all, I told y'all to get Apple on the phone. I need the Apple CEO. I need to talk to him, her, or somebody. We got to talk about this phone and this plug. I need to ask him something. Can y'all give him a knock on my door, please? Because I needs to have a talk. Whoever can call the shots. Whoever can call the shots, y'all. Whoever at the Apple place. I gotta prop this up. Hold on, y'all. Y'all know I'm my camera woman. Until I get a cameraman. A camera something. So I'm the camera woman too. That's why I need the Apple CEO, whoever called the shots at my door, y'all. Get them. I know y'all know somebody that know them. Don't be playing with me. Get them on the phone. Get them. No, I don't want them on the phone. I want them at my door. Tell them Kem Arts want him, please. She got something to say. She got something to ask him. Just tell him. Just come see me. I got something for him. Y'all like this girl. I love that, Miss Bennett. I love that one. I hadn't read. Y'all don't realize I haven't picked these up in so long. I haven't picked these up in so long. Like that back to me, that's deep. And even that this one believing in us is deep. So you got to know that all your hard earned energy, your currency, is going to be rewarded. That's why they say store up in heaven. What's stored up in heaven, right? All that the wealth and the all that is stored up in heaven, because it has something to do with your elevation. It has something to do with your energy that you put up, your time and your effort that you put up, that you cared about something, that you worked diligently for something, right? Because like I told you, you are your assembly line, right? Your whole body is the assembly line, is your machinery. Y'all gonna love my intuitive message I did today, I swear. I hope y'all finish it to the end, because when I say it got deep to the end, baby, it was jewels dropping all through that daggone thing. I was like, what is this? Who need to hear this? I think I had something for a little bit of everybody. But even that, you take what resonates, leave the rest. Whatever, right? Let's see what else. That's to my father. That's to my father. Oh, I love this one. This was like one of those like opposite type reading ones. Where are my shades at? They way over there. Let me get my shades. I want y'all looking at me. Okay, I forgot I pulled them off to get the y'all like, we want to see. Let's see. All right. Now, y'all might hear a little music in the background. Okay, that's my son in the studio. I'm just saying. Okay, he in there playing with some beats. This is when is never too late. So when is never too late. This is for the invincible. I don't know if I read this one before. I think I did. So this one's when is never too late. When the river turns to ice, the rain flows upward, and the sun glows no more. When the fields are as dirt, and the trees have no branches, and time has run out. When winter turns to spring, and summer becomes fall, and the lightning is dark, when veins clot with water, the thunder becomes silent, the tears cease to fall. When weather is unnoticeable, the soul has no breath, and life's end has finally come to claim its fate, then will never be too late. Ooh, woo, baby. That was deep on so many levels. That one was deep on so many levels. Like, let me read that again, because I know I messed up. Because I ain't read it in a while. When is never too late for the invincible. When the river turns to ice, the rain flows upward, the sun glows no more. When the fields are as dirt, the trees have no branches, and time has run out. When winter turns to spring, the summer becomes fall, and lightning is dark. When veins clot with water, the thunder becomes silent, and tears cease to fall. When weather is unnoticeable, the soul has no breath, and life's end has finally come to claim its fate, then will never be too late. Let that marinate. Let that marinate. Thank you, sis. Woo, let that one marinate. This one is a book for all things. Now, I wrote this because I noticed back then there was a book for all things. Everything that we can ever imagine and go through as people, as human, as earthlings, as I call us earthlings, anything that we want out there to understand or to gain some insight or to gain some wisdom or to gain some type of knowledge about, it's a book for all things. So I wrote a poem about a book for all things, right? So it goes like this: a book for all things. Have you ever noticed there is a book for everything? We seem to run into, is it possible to have an answer for everything we face along the way? If people would realize the answer comes from within, there's no need for a manual to show them where to begin. Look to the skies for all you need to know. There, it's not hidden in the text of paragraphs we have to dig to find. It's a simple clue. It's all in this little heart of yours and mine. Now, the mind, when I said and mine, I didn't put the E on it, I put the D on it. So, if you want the simple clue to the book of all things, it says it's all in the little hearts of yours and mine. So if you want to know, if you want the answer to any question that you want to know out there, or anything that you want to know, it first begins in your heart and in your mind. Look to the skies for all you need to know. Meditate, stargaze, sun gaze, moon gaze. That's what I mean by look to the sky. What I mean by look to the sky is look to this sphere of yours, this spiritual realm of yours. Not that blue thing right there. That I'm talking about the night, right? The blue black light. That sky, the star, the constellations, the map in the sky. Because that's what's going to tell you where you're going. That's what's going to tell you what time it is. That's what's going to teach you. Right? I love that one. A book for all things. And we got a book for all things. You got it and I got it. Right inside of us. Let's see. Ignorance denied. Ooh, ignorance denied. Now that I have knowledge, my understanding is clear. The vision is like glass. I waste no time on ignorance of people who neglect to remember the darkest part of their past. God feared. You are someone not to be denied, judging us by heaven and hell, which is a state of mind, right? One way or another, we shall be divided. Ooh. Ooh. Free will. Free will. Something so simple could mean life or death. You choose. Free will. Here's this called a people divided. A people divided. They divided us with hate through drugs, destructive fate. Told us we were nothing and much less than animals. We believed them. Soon we were defeated and unpopular people. Ignorance became an important part of how we were led to stray far off. Knowledge is the key that fits the lock to who we are and where we're going. Wisdom will guide us back to the one true road we were destined to travel. A people no longer divided anymore, but stand together and stronger than ever before. So that's about coming together and standing together and not being divided as a people, right? Because when you're divided as a people, you can be conquered that way. So knowledge of self and knowledge of who you are as people on the planet, that makes us stronger against the forces that try to what? Keep us separated. I'm just saying. Now, I wasn't thinking that when I wrote that in so much term, because now I've grown so spiritually, now I can kind of go a little bit of further into that. And that's why I say when you write, it's a measuring stick. It's how you measuring your maturity and your growth by what you were writing back then and who you are right today, and what you saw back then against what you see today. Then you can tell how whatever lesson you face in that gap in space of time that you had to just come through to get to where you are right now, you can tell if you've grown or matured. You can tell if what you've been doing is working, in other words, because you're going to see the evolution of yourself. You cannot not see the evolution of yourself, whether you're going backwards or whether you're going forwards. You got an evolution, but most of us don't want to pay attention to it, or we want to ignore it, or we don't want to face it, or we don't want to see that we're going backwards and we're not evolving. We're not innovating. We're not being innovative. We're being co-destructive and instead of co-creative. So you got to figure out where you at in this whole line. Are you co-destructive or are you co-creative? Are you innovating or are you destroying? So you got to measure where you are. You got to measure on this journey. Have I grown any? Am I still acting childish? Am I getting any maturity about me? Am I becoming emotionally balanced, physically balanced, spiritually balanced, psychologically balanced, mentally balanced? Or am I going backwards? So that's for each age to do that. A thief called out. Ooh, this was, I don't know where this one came from. I have to think about this one. But it's called A Thief Called Out. If the opportunity presents itself, a thief will steal what belongs to you, what's not his. That's a thief called out. Accomplishments failed. No one can expect to accomplish anything with a false start, never finishing the intended. Let me read that again. Accomplishments failed. No one can expect to accomplish anything with a false start, never finishing the intended. Cry silent. This is called cry silent. The cry that's silent can be heard. Listen to the tears that flood the eyes. You'll see there's no secret to why I cry. So that's a little bitty ones, little bitty poems, quotes, proverbs. I do it all. Success denied. Success isn't what you do. It's how well you do it. That's success, right? It's not what you do, because anybody could do anything. I can mow the lawn and be, I can mow a lawn, right? But how well you mow the lawn? I can be a writer, but how well do you write? I can be a singer, but how well do you sing? It's not what you do. It's how well you do it. It's how you master what you do. That's success, when you can master what it is you do. You can throw newspapers like they used to, right? To throw newspapers out in the yard. How well do you throw newspapers? How efficient are you at throwing newspapers? How good you can get 95% of them on the porch and not at the curb by the mailbox, right? You can do hair. How well do you do hair? That's success. How well do you do something? How proficient, efficient do you do something? But not just that, in a quality way, not a quantity way. Because most people do stuff for what? Quantity, but there's no quality in what they do. which makes it a failure. Just because you get the numbers or you got the numbers, it don't mean that that thing is what? Quality. There's a difference between quantity and quality. There's a difference. You can think something is good because a person has a lot of numbers. But that is not quality. Because somebody have a lot of numbers, a lot of followers, doesn't mean you get in quality. So your definition of success is off of what success is. Some people think doing stuff for money is success and getting a lot of it. Some people think doing stuff for free and reaching one person is success. Because if I can help one person, I'm successful, whether I got 500,000 and I ain't helping not nail one of them. Or even 50% of them. That's not a success. That's quantity. So don't judge the book. Don't read the cover before you read the book. Don't judge. Look at the cover of a person and determine how far that person gonna go before you even know anything about the person. You don't know. We get this thing, we say, you might be up here when I meet you, and I might be right here when you meet me, or you gonna be here and I'm gonna be here. Right? And you don't even know that as you're rising, this is happening. Right? What come up, go down. Right? You don't even know that that's taking place. Those people don't even know that that's taking place. They don't know that the roles are being reversed, that the ebb and flow is taking place, because all they see is their numbers, their quantity, and all they see is your quality. And your quality might have a low number. But you're more effective and you're more successful at what you do, because it's not about the quantity. It's about the quality of what you do. That's going to determine the success of what you do. Because sometimes it's you passing those people, you coming down here, you moving up. But what you don't see is them moving down. They don't even see them moving down. They don't even see it as them moving down. But it's really you going up. Right? You're passing like this. That's ebb and flow. Because look what's happening. So you don't judge nobody by their cover. Don't get it twisted. Yeah, don't get it twisted. Life's design. Life's design. Life isn't meant to live in regret, but in appreciation. This one's reminiscing life Regret never the things you failed to do. Appreciate the things you did. Don't regret what you never got a chance to do, or what you didn't get around to doing, or even that you failed at it, because nothing is a failure once you start it. The failure is you not initiating it or not starting something. The failure is not coming from you. The regret shouldn't be from you feeling like you failed at something, because you didn't. You initiated it. You started it. Failure comes from you not starting something. Then that's a failure. So now, appreciate the things you did, because we seem to realize we get focused on where we're going, where we want to go, where we're going, where we want to go, but we never focus or appreciate the things we already did. Somehow we get so caught up in where we want to go that we forget things that we've already accomplished in our life. Did I read this one, What If? I think I did read this one. I love this What If poem. I think these are repeats because they clamp together. Yeah, these are repeats. This is another printed part of this book. It's an extra copy. Yeah, that's about it, y'all. Now I think I got through everything that's in here that I wanted to read. Did I read inside? I don't remember reading inside. Inside, the courage. Let me see. Inside, in courage, there is a reward. In grief, you promised strength. In truth, search your heart. In guidance, just look into the clouds. In forgiveness, found inside oneself. Be patient, for the morrow will come. Well, yeah, I think these are, I think I did these, yeah. Yeah, I did. Yep. I did Time Will Pass You By. I remember that one. That's about the aging process, of how we age and we don't pay attention to our aging and stuff. And before we know it, time has passed us by, because you aged, but you don't really pay any attention to it. You don't pay any attention to it. That is it. So hopefully y'all enjoyed those little poetry, me sharing a little poetry back from 2001 and 2004. I'll grab one of my other ones. Now those are ones I had problems reading because I was writing and it looked like chicken scratch. Okay, because I probably was writing fast trying to get the thoughts out before I lose them, that my writing will be, sometimes it'll be neat and sometimes it'll be just a mess, and I'll be like struggling with the words, trying to figure out what they are, because I didn't get them typed like that. They like in the original writing, so it's like some days it's neat, some days I can't read it, okay, because it's sloppy, and I'm trying to write and do my own notation and dictation, and my mind is like in that momentum. Y'all know how the spirit try to take you fast, right? The spirit will take you fast. If you don't tell the spirit to slow down, the spirit will take you fast, baby. And it'll just be like, it'll take off. You got to say, wait, slow it down a little bit so I can grasp what you're trying to say. I can't write that fast, So you either got to use the memo thing on the phone, so you can just talk it out, right? And then dictate it later, or you got to be able to do some some shorthand with the stuff. And I had to try to do shorthand, and then if I go back and look at it now, because it's been so long ago, I don't even know what my shorthand's saying. It's like, oh my God, I don't even know what I wrote. I'm just stuck right here. Like, I know it was something here, but it's not coming to me what I wrote. And I'm straining my eyes trying to read my own writing. So I might bring one of the other ones out next weekend, or I might write something new. I don't know. I'll try to find something from somewhere, okay? Or find something we can write about. How about we write about, what can we write about? What I got around here? I ain't got much around here. Let me see what I got. How about y'all want to write to the Sankofa bird? Y'all want to write to the Sankofa bird? For next weekend, write what the Sankofa bird mean to y'all. Y'all know what the Sankofa bird means? It means go back and fetch that which is lost. And it's the bird with the bending back of the egg. I got it over there. Y'all want to y'all want to see? Y'all want to write to the Sankofa bird, or I can pull out my or I can pull out my I can pull out my old ones. But if y'all want to write something for practice, journal something for practice, write to this bird. Write to this bird if y'all want to pull. If y'all want something for practice, write to this bird right here. Okay? When you look at this, what comes to your mind when you look at that? What comes to your mind? What does this mean to you? Now we know what it means. It means go back and fetch that which is lost. We know what Sankofa means, but I'm saying when you see this statue here, what does it speak to you? What does it say to you? And write something. And if y'all want to email it or share it, you can. It's up to you. But if not, it'll just be for like an exercise, or like just to get you to see that you can write to nearly anything. If you got something that intrigues you, or you got something, would you say will do? Okay. Whether you got something that intrigues you, or something that brings out that creativity. So that's what I'm trying to do here. I'm trying to get you into that creation, that creative, that co-creating, okay, innate inside of you, that co-creatress and that co-creator. So I'm trying to get you in tune with that, because when you're in tune with that, you can be innovative, right? You can find ways to do things better, right? Like a creator or creatress, you can find ways to do it better. It doesn't matter if the thing already exists or not. If you tap into your creative, creatress ability, you can perfect something even more than like this box here. If I tap into my creative, creatress self, I can innovate this to something better. And you'll be like, how? Because I'm in tune. That's how. Because I'm in creative mode. I'm in creative, my creator self. So I'm going to find a way to what? I'm going to make this thing as less heavy as it is right now, because it's pretty heavy. I'm going to make it thinner. I'm going to make it what? Sleeker, thinner, slicker, less heavy, but still somehow be able to last as long as this thing can last, but in a thinner, lightweight way. That's innovation, y'all. It doesn't matter what the thing is, what the object is, it's getting you to think, getting you to explore, I done ripped my shirt. Oh Lord, y'all, I done sat on that and ripped at that just a minute, just that quick. I knew I did something. I was like, what is this pulling on me? Now I gotta call my mama to sew this back. Oh well, it's thin. But anyway, I might use it as a headscarf. Who knows? See, that's creative. Take it and put it as a headscarf, baby. I've been to wrap this thing across my head. But being creative is, it's like how they did with the floor model TVs, and we went from floor model TVs to putting them up on something with legs, and we took the TVs with the legs, and then we end up with stuff to hang them on the wall, and then we had to bring the back end thinner, right? And then all of a sudden the TVs got this thin, and they was like this big on the floor. That's innovation. That's innovation. That comes from look, it comes from using this. It comes from using this, right? So writing is a way, just like people that do music, write lyrics or make beats or produce stuff, writers, painters, musicians, you tap into that creative center. So this is to get you to tap into that creative center. If you don't know how to create something, you can always start with writing and journaling, because pretty soon you're going to tap in. You're going to tap in and become creative at it. You're going to tap into something that's going to put you in alignment with who you are. So writing to different things and monuments and things just kind of help you explore. It's helping you explore who you are. It's helping you to find out who you are, right? To heal, to find out what you are, to find out who you are, to find out what you can do. You know, it's no different than your little kindergarten teacher or your little 5th grade teacher, and y'all got art class, and y'all was in there painting on the canvas, painting with crayons or color or water paint and all that stuff, and y'all didn't know y'all couldn't paint at that age. You didn't know you couldn't paint. All you knew is you were doing something, and you just was making up something, and you were just going with the flow of being in art class or painting class. That's the same thing. It's the same thing. You don't know, y'all, most of y'all don't even know you write poetry, because you think it ain't nothing. You don't even know what you can get from journaling because you never tried it. So once you try something and you do it long enough, it becomes a part of you. Right? So write down ideas. Write down whatever you want to write about the bird. The Sankofa bird. Right? Write about whatever you want to write about. Whatever, however it make you feel. Do it make you feel like a little mama taking care of her little egg nest? I don't know. I'm just saying, write whatever it come to your mind. Until I find something else. Until I find something else to write about. Okay? Because I'm in here. I didn't go nowhere to find an object out there. I need to go out there and find an object out there. Take a picture, and then I'll have a picture. But definitely, that's just a start for something. If you want to journal and you sit down and you don't know where to start at, start with the Sankofa bird and then see what comes up after that. You may start with the Sankofa bird and go somewhere totally different after you write that poem to that bird right there. After you write that poem, it might take you somewhere else. Then when you go somewhere else, you might go back over here to this. You might start reminiscing about something that comes up in your mind, and then you can start writing to that. So it's just a starting point. Okay? It's just a starting point for you to start at. So you can write to heal. Okay? Well, how is writing about a bird healing? We'll find out when we get there. Or you'll find out when you get there. That's just if you want to participate and do it. But you'll find out when you get there. I can't tell you what it's going to do for you. I'm just saying, if you want to do it, do it. Life and birth. That, ooh, sis. Yes, indeed. Life and birth, baby. God. And it's like a circle, isn't it? It's like a circle, like the circle of life. Oh, sis, that was potent. That was profound, sis. God. Ugh. Life and rebirth, life and birth. So it's like a circle of life. A circle of life. Wow. Like, I don't know who can't see that's profound or not. I just don't know. That is so profound to me. You got to really appreciate life. You got to have appreciation for life to see that kind of stuff. You got to really have appreciation for life and what comes out of it. Not only what comes out, look at this. Let me take y'all a little deeper. Let me show you what I do. This is how a mind works. Now, sister just said, Miss Bennett just said life and birth. I said circle of life. Right? It's a circle of life. So that means this being the egg, what comes out of your mouth is going to what? Come back into you. It's going to circle back around into you. What comes out of your mouth, you are creating, you are planting the seed inside yourself for this thing to come back around. To be what? Lifed or birthed. That's deep. That is like, how do you get that from looking at that? Because I'm creative. Because I'm in tune spiritually. So I can see more than just a bird with an egg coming in the mouth and reaching back and getting it. This is even, look, go back and get the lost ones. Go back and get your lost seed. Go back and fetch your babies. Go back and help each other, right? Reach back and help another and bring them up. Just from the mouth and the egg itself. That means, y'all, what you say to the youth, what you say to your children, what you say to other people that got ears, it has an effect of life or birth. What you say to somebody else, what you say to the lesser, this is developed. But this ain't even developed yet, but it has ears. It's a being. So this mother, this Sankofa bird, this mother is speaking life and birth into its own eggs. Is that not a woman? You have eggs inside you, and how you speak to yourself is how you speak to your eggs in your womb, or them tubes, right? Is how they gonna come out and develop. And that energy gonna come what? Credited back to who? To you. That energy gonna be returned to you. as what? The creator, creatress. So whether this is baby egg, infant egg, or whether this is an idea egg, or this is a goal, or this is a vision, or this is your job, or what it is you love to do, whatever your gift or whatever your talent is, whatever you speak about it, this is a planting. You're planting it. To see it all circle back around to you. To see it all come into fruition, into manifestation. That's what stretching the mind does. That's what being a journal, a writer does. You can look at something and get so much, a picture worth 1,000 words from it. I can wake up tomorrow and say something totally different. Or in the next hour or two, come back and say something totally different. See something totally different off of this same statue. Off of this same thing, I can see something different. Because I'm in tune with the creative gene, the creative ability. I'm seeing past what I see here. I'm reaching back, just like this, she reaching back, what? To the seed. Reach back and fetch what is lost and bring it forward. The meaning of Sankofa. Reach back and fetch what is lost and bring it forward. Help to bring it forward. Help to bring it into fruition. Help to bring it into manifestation. Help to bring it into maturity. It's whatever you calling this thing. Whatever this seed is that you've planted, whatever this seed is. How do you mature it? How do you care for it? How do you water it? How do you nurture it? How do you care for it? So it grows up to the thing that you want it to become. What? So in other words, you don't plant something and not water it. You don't plant something and not care for it. You don't plant something and leave it to die. That's what I'm seeing. I'm seeing you go back and care for it. You go back and help it. You go back and assist it. And carry it forward. So this is reaching back, and I'm probably telling y'all, you're probably gonna get some ideas now, but I'm showing you how the mind can work. I ain't even got a pen in my hand, but I got it up here. The connection is up here. I ain't even got a physical pen in my hand to write this. This is how I write. So this is you planting, reaching back and planting what your seed is and bringing it back forward. Reaching back into the self. Looking back into the self. Look. I'm what? Oh, we finna go. Oh, we finna grow and we finna go. Look at here, we finna go. For whew, y'all. You reach. The bird is reaching back in itself. Come on now. I'm spiritual. I don't know no other way to be. The symbolism is right here in this bird. The bird itself is reaching back inside itself to bring out what it wants to bring forward. So that means us as women and men are to reach back inside ourselves and bring forward what we want to pass on, what we want to bring forward as a contribution. So you're no different than this bird here. This bird is describing what all of us are supposed to do. Reaching within the self. Looking backwards into the self. Going within. What does that meme say? The only way out is in. The only way out is in. You got to see the symbolism. The only way out is to go back in. This bird. The only way out is to go back in and retrieve what's missing from the self. Connecting it to the creator, making the connection to the creator. I see so much in this little bird. That's inspiration. That's what inspiration is. That's what being a writer is. It don't take much, boo-boos and babies. It don't take much. Anything can give you inspiration if you know what gives you inspiration. Anything, any object, any person, anything that you see and observe can give you inspiration if you know what inspiration is and what kind of inspiration you're looking for. And you know what you're looking at. That bird itself is inspiring. It shouldn't be dispiring, if that's a word. I just made it up. It shouldn't be uninspiring is what I'm saying. It should inspire you when you look at it. It shouldn't uninspire you. You should see 1,000 words when you look at stuff. You should be intrigued. You should become motivated. You should become inspired by it. Like that creative gene should just kick in the gear and go, oh, I see so much, you know. And here I am, I don't even have it in my, I ain't even have a pen in my hand. I could sit there and go, oh, I see this, but look how fast I saw what I saw. Look how fast that symbolism kicked in and I saw what I saw. I saw what a lot of people didn't see. Because I didn't see with my physical eye, first of all. I didn't see with the physical eyes. I saw with the spiritual eye. That's what I saw. That's the connection you're missing. The spiritual eye connection to the physical eye. That's what separates people from innovators and being creators and creators is their connection to the spiritual eye versus the physical eyes, or just living in the spirit, in the physical eye sense and not being connected to their spiritual eye. That's the difference, y'all. That's tapping into the genius in you. The genie in the bottle. It's seeing what you don't see. Seeing beyond what you see with the physical eyes. What's up, Lou? It's hey King, hey brother, how you doing? How you find me over here? You said, wait a minute. She said she was coming back to do a reading. She ain't over there doing no reading. tap into that. And that's all I am here trying to help you do, is tap into your creatress and creator. That's it. It don't even matter who you call your creator. It don't matter, because we done thought of so many names of this creator, it's unfunny. Okay, it ain't even funny no more. Like, I'm tired of, I'm just like, ugh, whatever. Whatever you want it to be. If you want it to be Buddha, it's Buddha, damn it. I'm like tired of it. Like, whatever your creator is, that's beside the point. I'm just trying to get you to tap into creation, to creatresses and creators inside you. Because I know how to do it. Because I've done it. Right? So I can teach it because I've done it. Because I have the work to prove it. Because I have the measuring stick to prove it. Because I have the ruler, the gauge to prove it, to teach it. Because I've seen the dimensions, right? You go through so many dimensions and portals in writing and being creative that, whoo, baby, even as musicians, as artists, painters, singers, what else I can put? People that play music, instruments, boy, they have went through so many dimensions. You think they just, them two physical eyes that you see, they not just them two physical eyes that you see. They have been through some stuff to become good at what they do and to do what they do. They had to go through the initiation. I had to go through the initiation. It's more than what you're looking at. They have, I can see now, beautiful. Who is that? Rena? Is it Rena? Hi, hey, I can see now, beautiful. You can see? You see what I'm talking about? You understand what I'm talking about, Rena? The Ankh ring gives me life. Yes. Yeah, it's about life. It's about the connection. It's about the connection. And once you make that connection, you got the connection. Like, you would have to put the connection down. You would have to walk away after that point. And what does your own Bible say? It's better for you to have what? Known the way than know the way and then turn from it. That's life. That's life. It's better had you not look, it's better that your ass stayed dead or asleep. In other words, it's better that you didn't even wake up to the truth. It's better for you to stay dead than for you to wake up to the truth and then turn away from the truth. That's pretty much what that said. If you don't want to see, don't ask to see. Don't even go seeking it if you don't want to see. Because once them eyes peel open, once them eyes open up, you can't unsee. You can try all you want. It ain't going nowhere. And you can water it down and fake like you sleep. All you want, you still gonna be seeing. You gonna be seeing stuff you don't even want to see. Your life becomes harder. Yes. Because you got those tests. Now you woke. You got tests. You got tests that's gonna make you better and stronger. Harder in a good way, not harder in a bad way. It becomes challenging now because you got this obstacle course you got to get through. You got this obstacle course you got to get through with. So it becomes harder in that sense because you're learning how to prepare yourself. Full responsibility of self. That's right. Now you got full responsibility and ownership of the self. You can't blame nobody else. Ain't no. Ain't no devil made me do shit. It's you, the devil. It's you to hell, and you to heaven, and you them states. What you operate in. That low vibration hell or that high vibration heaven. And your ass is the main culprit. It's what level you gonna be on. If you gonna be in hell, you gonna be on the low vibration. If you gonna be in heaven, you gonna be on the high vibration. Call it what it is, because this ain't that bubblegum play stuff. So do understand it's better for you to stay asleep, if that's what you are. But you can't turn away from the truth once you wake up. You can't undo it. You cannot undo it. I think that's what pretty much got Michael Jackson. He was so woke. He saw so much being so musically brilliant. Even Einstein. Brilliance, right? E equal MC squared. I call it energy equal mass consciousness times 2. What? Energy equal mass matter consciousness times 2. What you mean? That means my left brain is aware of my right brain, and my right brain is aware of my left brain. He didn't even want to solve the theory of everything. What did he say? I'm going to leave it for somebody else to solve it. What is the theory of everything? The absolute zero. That's what it is. The absolute zero. That's it. You want everything? Become that absolute zero. Become that nothingness. Exactly, Quincy. Exactly what I was about to say. Become the nothingness. Then you are everything. Then you are all. But you don't want to do that because you don't want to see. Dropping all desires. Yes. Wanting nothing, like Bob Marley said, he figured it out. Wanting nothing got him everything. What? How could wanting nothing gain me everything? The absolute zero. Nothingness. Belonging to no thing, no one, no creature, or else. Nothingness. So you ask yourself, do you really got an understanding of feminine energy and masculine energy? Ask yourself, do you really got an understanding of it? Of what it means. We talk about it so loose at the lips. It's feminine, it's the masculine energy, but you ain't even operating in it. we talk about it. But I don't see you being nothing and no one. Right? I don't see you being the theory of everything like Einstein said. I'm going to leave it for somebody else. I gave you E equal MC squared. You go find it. Got to give it up. Got to give up the ghost. Ooh, I love that one, Quincy. Got to give up the ghost. Got to give it up. And Marvin Gaye wrote that song. No, that was, yeah, Marvin Gaye wrote that song, Got to Give It Up. Maybe that's what he was on back then. Talking about got to give it up. Okay? Look at that. Look who under the bottom. Look who under the bottom. Got to give it up, baby. Got to give up the ghost to gain that life. Got to give up. Give it up. Give up that rebirth, baby. Got to give it up. To gain that immortal life. That eternal life. Ooh. Oh, sitting up under the card right there. I don't know who this message for, because it done turned in from poetry to intuitive or something. I don't know what the heck going on. I told you I had to neutralize myself today, because I was like, this too much energy. I can feel the surge. I said, let me pour some apple cider vinegar in my ginger tea. Let me put some neutralizer in this stuff, because I didn't know what the heck was about to happen today, but I felt it was going to be something, and I said, I better prepare myself. I better prepare myself with my tea, okay? I got my tea with some apple cider vinegar in it. I'm telling you, I got to drink something right now, because I got to neutralize all this. I got to neutralize this. This that high power, this that high energy, that high voltage, baby. A lot of people can't handle this high voltage. They can't handle the high voltage. It ain't for everybody. You know. But it does. Miss Bennett laughing. It ain't for everybody. Oh gosh. It ain't for everybody. I'm just trying to tell you, it ain't for everybody. It's fine. It ain't got to be for everybody either. But, you know, it's tap in. You want to go somewhere. You want to grow somewhere. You want to mature. Then you can't be afraid to grow. You can't be afraid to mature past people, places, and things. If people ain't willing to mature and grow with you and evolve or be happy, then you don't need those people around you. Them ain't your people. I don't care if they blood. Blood ain't thicker than water. Water is more free than blood, baby. Because water represents energy. It represents memory. It's a force can't none of us beat. Your blood and your body can't beat that water, baby. That water is flowing unrestricted. Soft enough to ease through a crack of concrete and to crack a dam or a levee and to wipe out this whole planet, and you think that little bitty blood in your body is something? That energy is potent. Water is life, exactly. So if you don't think water or energy is important, or your memory, because water holds memory, it holds it, right? Matter, memory, water, you got something else coming. Because why else would you be made to forget? If water wasn't important, If energy wasn't important, why were you made to forget it? Why do you need it to create something, to grow something, to cultivate? Why do you water flowers? Why do you water plants? Why is the baby in a sack of water? Amniotic fluid. Why? If water is not important, if energy is not important, if spirit is not important, if source is not important, he or she who controls the water controls everything. Meaning he or she who controls their emotions, their water, their energy, their life controls everything. So when you give your emotions to other people, to other things, then they're controlling you. Because you're not using your mind, you're not thinking. You're feeling, but you're not thinking. You're not critically thinking. Both are needed, yes. But you got to know when you need to do one or the other. You got to know when it's a time for one or the other, or both. Now, if you got a person that's different, I'm not talking about you and your person, your spouse or your mate or nothing like that. I'm talking about on the outside world. I'm talking about on the external factors. You got to know which one to use on the external factors. You should be able to share your emotion and your mind with your person that you trust, right? That you love or you care for. That's different. Now, if they trying to manipulate you, that's something else. That's something different too. Then no. Take your energy back. Take your emotion back. Because if it's hurting you, then it's not good for you. But if it's watering you and it's growing you and they're helping you and they're watering you and nurturing you and y'all sharing and y'all caring and it's y'all are both blossoming into good people, into good whatever, creators and doing this great thing for the planet and for y'all selves, that's different. But I'm talking about the external factors that use your emotions to control you or to suppress you. Because you can use it either way, right? That it can be harming to you or it can be a good thing for you, a safe thing for you, or a helpful thing to you. Or it could cause you harm or cause that other person harm. So definitely I just, I don't know what happened. Wasn't I saying goodbye? I got some readings to do. Water is life. Water is life. Water is life. It's energy. It's water is life. Water is life. When you want life, you return to the water, right? You return to the water. Water draws you in, it brings you in, it calms you down, it cools a hot head, a hot temper, it quenches the dehydration if you're thirsty, if you need hydration. They put what in your water? Saline. Normal saline in the hospitals. The first thing they want to do, give you an IV and what? Flush some water in you to balance out what's off in there. Them electrolytes, right? To balance you out because you dehydrated. So water is life. You need balance? Go sit by a lake. Go sit by a little pond of water. Go have a waterfall somewhere in your house one of them little rock things that kind of be trickling out. I had fish tank for years because I love the sound of that running water. Was just life. It was soothing. So I love fish tanks. I ain't had one in some years now. I need to get me another one because I love the sound of water running. I love it. It's relaxing. It's life. Water. I love blue because it's, look at that. Blue. Love my water. Love this blue, this water. It reminds me of water. Woo. Life. Love that stargazing up there in that blue black. Because what? That's life. That's water. You think it's the sky. That's what y'all think it is. You think it's the sky. You think it's the sky. That blue black more than the sky. That blue black is way more than the sky. Blue, love the blue, baby, is water. It's water. Let me show you how important it is. You don't see that blue at the end of that fire down there? That's the real fire right there, that blue. You see this and you go, ooh, fire. That's the blue right there. That's the real fire right there. Blue. It's not that red, orange, or that yellow we be seeing. Orange, red, yellow, whatever the color, it be turning colors up at the tip. You don't see that blue? That blue is the real fire. That's water. That's it, the liquid fire. I call it the liquid fire because it's energy. It's blue. It's electric. Look at the balance in that fire. Who was that say, hey, Marshall. Greetings. We just chit-chatting after my poetry. We went on into something else, some other realm, I guess. I don't know where we went. We went somewhere. Spirit was like, I don't even know how I even got over. I was supposed to be getting off, okay? I was supposed to be getting off, loading the thing. We just chit-chatting. So, but yes. I've enjoyed today, even though I was a little late today. But I made it. Late is better than not at all, I guess. It's greetings from Soviet Union in his house. What? The Soviet Union? Do y'all even know? Do y'all know it's, you got to go back and find the real, you got to go back, well, the real, but you got to go back and find that globe. I had a globe. And it has Soviet Union on there. You know, now it's called Russia. But go back and get the globe that has Soviet Union on there. Because they later switched them out and they say Russia on there. And I had that globe. I had picked it up at a thrift store or antique mall. I picked it up at an antique mall because I like to browse the antique malls and see everybody little displays, what they be trying to sell. Because sometimes you find some good old turquoise rings and all kind of stuff that you can't even get no more. That's really, really good, right? And so I had picked up this globe and it had Soviet Union on there. And I kept it for years and then I got rid of it because I wanted a different color one. I ain't bought one yet again. I ain't even replaced it, right? And I like Nachimbas. This is a funny story, kind of. And I like Nachimba incense. And I threw it out. I would clean out my place. I got ready to move, and I started clearing out stuff because I was moving, and I knew I had to downsize. So I didn't want to go take the stuff back to the thrift store or the Goodwill or nothing like that. So I would put it outside by the dumpster. So I had took some stuff out by the dumpster because I was cleaning up, and the globe was one of them because I knew I wasn't gonna have a place for the globe, and I could get another one anywhere. But the globe had Soviet Union on it. So my maintenance guy at one of the apartments I stayed at, he said, "Did you put a globe out there with some stuff?" And I had to think about it, and I was like, yeah. So I thought I was gonna get in trouble. And he was like, my daughter was so glad to get that globe because it had Soviet Union on it. And it smelled like incense. I had lit so many incense, y'all. This was so funny because my bedroom had my closet at the other end, and the globe was on the floor in the closet because I didn't have nowhere to put it when I bought it anyway. And so I just sat it in there on the floor. When I wanted to look at something, I brought it out and looked at it in the bathroom on the counter. Then I stuck it back in there on the floor in the closet. But because I lit incense in the chambers like crazy, the globe smelled like the chamber incense. And then it had Soviet Union on it. And I guess the daughter always wanted the one that had the Soviet Union on it. She didn't want the one with the Russia on it. And he was like, my daughter was so happy to get that globe. It had Soviet Union on it, but it smelled like incense. So I was cracking up. So Soviet Union in his house of Kem Arts. Man, I done went around the world for real. I done had South Africa come through. I think somebody from New Zealand come through. Now I got you from Soviet Union coming through. Oh, Lordy. That's wonderful. That is wonderful. Welcome, glad to meet you. Glad you stopped in. I appreciate each and every one of y'all for stopping in, interacting with me on my page and my poetry and sharing poetry. I don't know if y'all like poetry. I don't even know. I love poetry. I love stretching the mind. Okay, I love, look at my little po thing done messed up. I love stretching the mind. I love the creativity that comes from the mind because the mind is a powerful tool when you know how to use it. When you use it, period. Okay, it's a powerful tool that we have for the human body. So I appreciate each and every one of y'all. Thank you. Greetings from the Soviet Union. Greetings from Tejas. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not like Texas is not my birth state, but I live in Texas. Okay. So greetings from Texas to the Soviet Union and everybody else. I've had some of everybody. Detroit, Chicago stepped in. I think Michigan has came in. Florida has came in. Some other ones. Thank you, sis, as always. Thank you. I'm using your cards today, sis. I'm gonna do some readings. I'm hyped. As you can tell, I'm hyped. So I'm gonna do me some readings now, and I'll have them loaded for y'all. I just wanted to come on and do my journaling with Kim with y'all, share some poetry. We'll write about the bird, or I'll share some more, get one of my books and one of my other journals, and share some more later. I'll just have to pick out the ones I can read. It might take me a minute, but I have to pick out the ones I can read because the writing gets kind of rough when you're trying to dictate yourself real fast and catch the wave, baby. You're trying to ride the wave. It goes pretty fast sometimes. So you got to learn how to slow your thought process down. But sometimes your thought process get away from you, and you be like, wait, come back. Let me catch up. My hands can only write so far. So fast, okay? Let's slow down a little bit. So just know that I appreciate each and every one of y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in. I know we went over today. I'll see y'all next Saturday and Sunday, the Creator willing. I do this every Saturday and Sunday. Saturdays at 11. and supposed to be 12 on Sundays. But hopefully we'll get, I try to drop in and do something if I ain't got nothing else kind of impeding on it, and something else, important to do. But for the most part, I try to do it every weekend so people can share their poetry if they want to share their poetry, or they just want to hear poetry, get ideas, or whatever the case may be. Okay, and then to get into journaling, of course, because we right to heal. We have a right to heal. So this is a right to heal, right to heal. On deeper levels, on cellular levels, and from childhood experiences passed down through generations and stuff like that. So it's just being creative, right? Using the tools that we got to be creative, using the tools that we got to heal ourselves. And that's all it's about. It's about, long as you're working on the self and healing the self and getting the self in a better place, that's the goal. That's the goal. Okay, to get the self in a much better place, a much stable place, a much peaceful place, a much peaceful heaven, in earth as on earth. That's what it's about. Everybody having that peace, right? And helping each other to get to that peaceful place, right? That heaven on earth as it is in earth, right? So thank y'all again. Once again, I appreciate y'all. I'm gonna let this drop and load, and I'll see y'all hopefully next weekend. I will see y'all and touch base with y'all again. Right to the Sankofa bird if you feel like you want to, and just to see what you can come up with and see where your imagination take you after that. After you finish writing, just write whatever else that comes to mind till you feel like you just don't want to write no more. That's usually what I did. I'll keep writing until I just don't want to write no more. And sometimes it'd be a whole lot. Like I done filled up 2 pages in a day sometimes, because I just let it flow. Let whatever flowed out of me flow without me. Wherever my thoughts took me, boo, 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 learn the genre and write, because that's your measuring stick. That's where you are, but that's not where you're going, right? It's just a starting point, right? So hopefully, thank y'all. You know what your girls say: peace, love, and harmony. Because if you got peace, love, and harmony in here, you'll have peace, love, and harmony out there. So peace, love, and harmony. And thank y'all for coming in and joining me with Journaling with Kem Arts today. Have a great Sunday, everybody. I'm going to save this highlight for y'all. And also, I'm going to try to get off of here and save it. Namaste, hotel.